I played good defense, and I got back on defense very well. I think, I shot the ball, decent. But I think that as we keep going, things get better for us. Hopefully we win some games too. That's what's really important.
A lot of athletes go into different sports, and the famous dad, Wayne Gretzky's kid plays football, so the comparison would be there. Did you ever think about maybe not playing basketball because you knew your dad's legacy was always going to be you were going to have to live up to?
No, because I never really thought about it like that. I mean, not until I was already in college, and by then it was too late to stop.
Plus, you were good.
I always played because I like to play. And, he would always talk to me about playing and stuff like that. And, I enjoyed watching him play, so I always wanted to be just like him. I mean, I developed a post game because he was a post player. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure if he was a point guard, I'd have been a point guard. You know what I'm saying?
He said you wanted to play football, so he wouldn't let you.
Yeah, he wouldn't.
Not at all.
Yeah, man. Until I was a sophomore, junior in high school, I asked him every year to play football. But he was always like, no, someone's going to take your knees out, you'll never be able to do it, you'll never be able to walk again. So, him and my mom never let me play football. I'm still a little upset about that.
So no high school football at all?
Nah, no football at all.
Maybe after basketball you can get into that.
I don't know. Nowadays, looking at them big dudes like Ray Lewis hit me, I think I quit first day, so I don't think I'm going to do that.
Was it ever like a burden, though, growing up with the name that you've had? I mean, fans, other players, I'm sure, weren't kind.
I actually enjoyed it, to be honest with you. I mean, especially in college and high school, fans try to help me. That's why I used to, my Coach Thompson, JT3 used to make fun of me because he'd always say, you're never the first one out of the locker room at home games. You're always the first one in the locker room at away games because at away games, fans always talk trash to me. And so, before the game, there's this motivation, to play good. So I always felt like I had better away games than home games.
So it never felt like too much of a heavy of a weight carrying the name Ewing?
Nah, I like him. And, he was such a great player. I never expected to be, the best player, a top 50 player. But, I'm going to strive for it. It's something that's making me work harder because, knowing I'm going to have something like that to live up to.
Did you cry in '94 when they lost Game 7?
You know what? All I remember was them cutting off the game in the middle of the game to show OJ's car chase, and I was at home so mad. I was so upset because I wanted to watch the game. I was talking about that with my grandma. So I was like, Nana, why won't they show the game? They keep showing this car chase. I don't even know what I'm watching. I remember him being very upset. After every loss, especially in the playoffs. I mean, I would, make sure to stay out of his way and not get in trouble in school that week.
You're not a fan of Reggie Miller, I guess, then?
Not then I wasn't. Now, now I respect his game.
For you, what are you hoping to pull out of these 5 days that you can take with you?
Just experience of playing again. I mean, I haven't played in 16 months. I've been working out for about 4 or 5 months, but it's not the same as playing in a game. And from these next couple of days, I just hope to gauge myself, see the progress I've made over the last year and a half, and hopefully be able to stick with the roster this year. I think that I should have been in the Knicks roster a couple of years ago, but neither here nor there. We're not going to hold any grudges, and I just want to keep working at it, and hopefully this year I'll stick and be able to stick and get minutes.
Do you feel like you have your legs under you at this point, or you're still trying to get them under you?
It looked like I have them today.
Yeah.
I feel great. I think that the training staff here has done a great job. My doctors did a great job with working out my legs and stuff like that. So I feel like I'm very strong.
How long have you been working out with the team before this summer?
These group of guys?
Yeah.
Only like a couple days.
Okay. With the Magic as a whole.
But I've been, my trainers are all trainers here too.
Okay.
So I've been here since roughly February.
Okay.
And I've been training, like I said, 3 and 4 times a day, 6 days a week. Trying to do that. But, the last couple of weeks I've been training with the Jamaican national team. Okay. And hoping to go to the Central game because they work at the same time as this. So I just want good luck to them out there. But I've been training with them and getting my wind back and everything like that.
If you have to go to the D League again, would you be okay with that? Or would you feel like no, you don't want to go there?
No, I feel like at this point, I think the D League's a great league, but I feel like I played there like 2 years ago. I did great. I want to try something else.
So you go overseas or something like that?
Yeah, I'll try to go overseas. If I don't make NBA, try and go overseas and do something. I never want to, I don't want to close any doors. Everything's always an option, but if I would prefer to not have to make that route again.
Full knee reconstruction on the MCL?
Honestly, I have no clue what the doctor did. He knocked me out, and he woke me up and he said, "Pat, you have to take the whole year off." I was like, I said, "All right, then let's start rehab tomorrow." So I had surgery, and the next day we started rehab. Hopefully, I was hoping to get back by December, but when December came, he was like, "I just wanted to take the rest of the year off," so we took the whole year off.
When was your surgery again?
July 13th.